Charles Martinet, no longer the voice of Mario. This is an end of an era, ladies and gentlemen. For the past 30 years, Charles Martinet has been the voice of one of the most recognizable characters in all of the world. I mean, after Mickey Mouse, Super Mario is probably the next big mascot for a company and a brand. I remember when Mario 64 came out, that's when they first introduced the whole "It's a me, Mario" voice when it came to Mario actually having a voice. Before that, no, he was just a silent little plumber saving the princess. Charles Martinet came in and ushered in a whole new era of Super Mario, introducing some personality and quirkiness into Super Mario, and it paved the way for some great moments and great games and classic one-liners that everybody says. Like, who doesn't appreciate "So long, Bowser" when you swing Bowser around and throw him by his tail? Classic memories. And of course, when it comes to Super Mario, all of us gamers grew up with Super Mario at one point. It's a game that's going to be forever etched in our memories. It's the game that put the NES on the map. It's the game that whenever a new Nintendo console comes out, everybody clamors for it. So many classic hits throughout the years. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Mario Odyssey, Mario 64, Mario RPG, the Mario Kart series. Charles Martinet is an icon when it comes to the Mario franchise. And let us not forget, not only is he the voice actor for Super Mario, he also voice acts several of the characters. Wario, I mean, some of the unknown ones as well. He is very versatile with his repertoire, and it's going to be a huge loss for Nintendo. Right now, they tweeted out that he's stepping down in an ambassador role. There's no exact details on exactly what that means. It's being speculated that he's going to be cameo roles instead of full-time, which I guess at one point when you're starting to slow down with older age, it happens. It's been about 30 years that he's been doing the Super Mario role. I know eventually you have to retire. You have to take it down a break. I guess this is similar to what Stan Lee was doing with the MCU movies. He was getting random cameos here and there. If you watch the Super Mario Brothers movie, Chris Pratt was Super Mario in the new role. I don't think he's going to be Mario in the games coming up. I honestly don't see that happening. There's no way that Chris Pratt, big Hollywood actor Chris Pratt, is going to be voice acting in video games every time we get a Mario game. But it was cool because Charles Martinet got to do a small cameo that referenced the whole Jumpman video game with Donkey Kong in the Mario movie, which is a nice little touch. And it paid tribute to the character, and it also honored Charles Martinet, who's been awesome with this role throughout the years. He's been fantastic. His voice is literally etched in all of our minds, gamers. That first time you did the "It's a me, Mario," and "Let's go," and all those little catchphrases. I mean, "So long, Bowser." Who doesn't love that one? It's a classic. Charles has gone above and beyond for 3 decades to entertain us gaming fans, and that's awesome. I personally got to meet Charles a few years back at Game On Expo. He was there doing photo ops and guest appearances, and yeah, I had to pay money to say hi, but that was more than enough. I mean, he's one of my heroes, one of my icons. When I met him, I was starstruck. I don't get starstruck that often, but meeting Charles was another level. He had this presence about him. He was so friendly, and I get it. You're paying to see him. He's going to chat you up. He's going to ask you generic questions, but I didn't feel like he was just like in a rush. I felt like he was a genuine human being that was real talkative, had a great presence about himself. I read the energy off of him, and I was like, this guy's one of my heroes. He's one of my idols. I wouldn't be who I am as a gamer without Super Mario, hands down. And to meet the voice actor, the guy who's basically known as Super Mario, was nice. And to see this statement that he's coming out, you know, of the role as an ambassador after 30 years, and that him and Miyamoto will be making a video soon that Nintendo hasn't released yet. I bet it's going to pay an awesome homage and tribute. Probably going to cry as a gamer. I get a little sentimental with things that have shaped and changed my life. And again, like I said, the Super Mario series shaped and changed my life for the better. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for that. So Charles Martinet stepping down after so long into an ambassador role. Maybe this means he's going to still be doing convention appearances and still doing stuff with Nintendo as far as like PR and public relations go. But he is winding down. He's in the twilight of his career. 30 years is a long time to be working as one iconic role. And I'm very interested to see what the future holds for Nintendo and for Super Mario. Because the other speculation that has been revealed is that Super Mario Wonder is going to be featuring a brand new voice actor for the iconic role. It was being speculated when the trailer came out that wasn't Charles Martinet's voice. And even with Mario RPG, I believe. So whoever's the next Super Mario voice actor definitely has some gigantic shoes to fill. And I really hope that the video game fan base takes him in with an open heart and doesn't give him this whole, that's not Charles Martinet type of vibe. You got to think about it. Like with iconic characters like Mickey Mouse and Goofy and Donald Duck on the Disney end of things, they've had several voice actors. Even Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny and stuff. And I don't recall those people getting much heat or flack for replacing iconic characters that were voiced by other people. And I really hope that Nintendo fans don't act like a whole bunch of spurgs and go against this new person. I really hope they give this guy a chance. Because who doesn't want a voice for one of the most iconic characters in the world? If I had a chance to voice act for Super Mario, I would do it in a heartbeat. Can I do it as good as Charles Martinet? No. There'll never be somebody as good as Charles Martinet. But it's still interesting to see the development and the future of such an iconic role, and to see where Charles Martinet is going to be in all this. I think he might still be around as far as cameos go, and it says a lot about him as a character where he's willing to step down in some kind of ambassador role. And the future is exciting. It's a little bittersweet, I'm not going to lie. It's bittersweet to see change like this, and it hit a little heavy on the emotional feels again, because this franchise is something that I've grown up playing and living through, and it feels like another part of my childhood is moving on and growing up, right? So what do you guys think about this development? Let me know your thoughts. If you have any memories with Charles Martinet, if you've met him, like to hear that. A good little feel-good video today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care. And Charles, thank you so much on behalf of me and gamers worldwide. Thank you for all of your accomplishments. Real quick, guys, I want to give you an announcement. I have a book out. It's called From High School to Headlocks, an unlikely pro wrestling story. It's an autobiography about me. I wrote it about my 22 years experience in pro wrestling. It's available on Amazon. I'm going to have a Kindle version of it and a paperback version. The paperback version will be coming out soon, but feel free to check out the link in the description and the comments down below to check out the Kindle version. Get your copy today. It'll be a good way to support me and get to hear my journey and my story. It's actually really interesting. I tell a lot of funny stories. I also talk about some heartbreak and mistakes that I've made along the way. And I give stories about former WWE guys that I've wrestled, like Viscera and Marty Jannetty, even Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Jerry Lawler. So guys, check it out. Again, I'm very proud of this. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do read the book, feel free to leave a review on the Amazon page. Thank you so much for the support.